Welcome to Direcast, the most Christmassy podcast this side of the North Pole.
There is no other side of the North Pole because it's...
Exactly, Jacob!
Okay, cool. I will continue to be confused.
Yes. Here at Direcast, our group of 6 flying reindeer play different RPGs, bringing you a new game and system every few weeks. This week we are beginning our Christmas special with The Fight Before Christmas, a lasers and feelings hack where we beat up Santa Claus. Do not let children listen to this. My name's Luki, and this week's question is, what are you looking forward to this Christmas? I am looking forward to having a holiday and baking some cookies.
Hello, my name is Matt, and I am looking forward to a Christmas tradition, playing beer pong with my gran.
Wow.
Your gran is great.
She's
Your gran sounds
good at it
so
as well. Like,
Is your gran part of a frat?
no, I think she's living vicariously in her older age, but she's a mean one at beer pong. Like, you got to watch
I need
it
to
out.
meet your gran. She sounds amazing.
That
she's
is an
brilliant.
excellent life decision. I'm Jacob, and I'm most looking forward to singing carols somehow. I look forward to finding out how on earth any of us end up getting that to work.
Well, I'll be recording them for my church, I'm sure.
What's-
Hi, I'm Helen, and this festive winter period, I am looking forward to getting lots and lots of sleep and eating lots and lots of food. The important things to do in festive periods.
Solid.
My name is Peter, and I am looking forward to the new and innovative things that companies are going to decide to use sausage meat for, because it's always interesting what they do every year. Last year it was cranberries. This year it's going to be complete madness.
Fine.
Where they're like, this is the new way to use sausage meat in your Christmas dinner.
Well, yeah, because it's like, oh, let's have a pork pie, but let's have apricots sticking out the top, and it's got like communion wafers in it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm for
You're not
this.
wrong. Yeah. I'm vegetarian and I've witnessed this every year.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
true.
I've not noticed. You've opened my eyes. I've not realised this whole thing was going on. I should pay more attention.
Just make
Yeah,
yourself a
it's-
nice lentil loaf and have done with it.
I just have vegetarian sausages. Is that cheating? But probably. Right. Hi, I'm H, and what I'm most looking forward to this Christmassy period is eating a horrible amount of Brussels sprouts, and no one can stop me because it's festive and they are considered fine.
And then standing outside and farting so hard you make it to the moon.
Hey, I have a great digestive system. I'm vegetarian.
Me too, but you know.
I just love Brussels sprouts. They should be
They
available
really
all the
should
time.
not. And also they technically
They
are,
are.
but
They're
they
so
really
good.
should not.
Oh, yeah.
They're really not. Can you find a Brussels sprout
Yeah.
right now? Like, they might be coming into season now, but they're a winter vegetable, so you've got to make the most
We
of it
live
in
in a
season.
consumerist society
We're
where
not
everything
having
is
the vegetable
possible all year
conversation again.
round.
You need an allotment. Right.
So what are we doing? It's Christmas.
I think we now know who we are, and we know what we're playing. So let's get to it. This week's game is The Fight Before Christmas, and I should remind myself who it's by.
Lasers and Feelings was written by John Harper.
And the hack is by Paul Metijevic.
Inspired after a Tom Scar video.
Yes. Yes, we are playing The Fight Before Christmas, which is a lasers and feeling hack. So it's a one-page RPG. It's very easily accessible. I believe it's free online, which is very nice. And technically, you can just roll up to play it without having to prepare anything. I have done some preparation because I wanted to make some whimsical elf names and get some Finnish jargon from my Finn twin. Shout out to Tia for translation for me. So, it is the night before Christmas, and you're gonna beat the shit out of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't get any presents as a child. Maybe you want to put the Christ back in Christmas. Maybe the commercialism sickens you. Maybe you just hate Elf on the Shelf. Side note, we should all hate Elf on the Shelf.
Really,
it's very
really
terrifying.
creepy. Like, talk about an invasion of privacy at such a young age.
Either way, you're here to go to town on Santa Claus and drink eggnog. And you're all out of nog.
I've never had eggnog.
Me neither. It's not really a British
It doesn't
thing.
sound appealing.
Nah,
It's just like
yeah.
hot milk with eggs in it and rum, I think. Anyway, we'll make it and review it someday. Any hoodle. So, normally you would roll for your setting and things like that, but I have decided that we are taking option number 4 for location, which is Korvatuntori, a very hard to get to fell in northern Finland near the border with Russia, and it's supposedly the secret location of Santa's workshop. And fun fact, it translates to ear fell because it's in the shape of an ear. And
That's an earful name.
Yeah.
so I'm going to give you my little introduction that I've written, and then we'll go into your characters, if that's cool.
Yeah.
The workshop is a top-secret compound located in a remote northern Finnish fell close to the Russian border. Beneath the seemingly wild and empty countryside is a veritable rabbit warren of gleaming tunnels, state-of-the-art workrooms, and hangars packed with flying machines, as yet unheard of by even the most technologically developed countries. Finnish mercenaries in Arctic camouflage roam the halls, while workers and researchers scurry between labs and conference rooms. There are creations in the workshop that most governments would kill to get their hands on, but the compound isn't owned by any known nation or country. No. The workshop is the domain of a much more powerful and secretive organisation. An organisation that works in the shadows and under the cover of darkness. An organisation whose influence spreads across the world, gaining access to every room in every house and every thought in every head. The organisation is ancient. The mercenaries, a centuries-old order of highly trained combatants. The analysts and researchers, a little-known race of diminutive humanoids with an immense propensity for invention and efficiency. And the leader of this grand organisation? His name is Santa Claus.
Dun dun dun!
Dun.
I'm loving Santa reinvented as Ho-Ho-Honey Stark.
Thank you. It's a miracle that you found the location for the workshop. The compound itself has never been breached, and the man in charge has never been touched. But you don't care about that, because you are filled with an all-consuming, driving need to do one thing and one thing only: beat the shit out of Santa. And nothing is going to stop you. So, let's meet our characters.
Luki, before we get started, what dice do we need for this game?
Oh, D6. You need at most 3 D6.
So what's our location, GM? Set the scene. Where are we meeting?
I want to open, I don't want us to have like a load of preamble where we're trying to hike to the north of Finland. So I think we open in Korvatuntori. You've just arrived. It's snowing. The ground is white and silent.
Is this like the specified meeting spot?
No, I think you've hiked there together. You're an elite team somehow.
Yeah, let's assume we all know each other then.
Yeah. Somehow you know the location of the workshop. And you also know where the entrance is. It is a hidden gate in the hills around the fell that no one could see without knowing it's there. But somehow, you have the location.
Right, well, I'll take the plunge and I'll go first for character then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what you guys see, who has been with you this entire time, has been a round about 6 foot tall, what appears to be a gingerbread man.
Hey.
And they've not really spoken very much, but they have like a little camera, like, you know, like those headbands with a little kind of camera strapped to their head.
Like a GoPro.
Like a GoPro. They got like a GoPro on their head, and they also are carrying an iPad in their little satchel. And they're going to open up the iPad when the kind of character introductions happen. They're going to open up the iPad and they'll open video chat. And on the other end of video chat is like one of the oldest men you've ever seen. And so basically I am playing Tim Cratchit, better known as Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
My God.
He's now nearly 200 years old, and he is the heartless CEO of Scrooge Corps, which is one of the biggest multinationals in the world.
And he's a 6 foot tall gingerbread man.
No, he is actually at his home in Notting Hill. And he has basically got a stolen from Santa. Is one of these gingerbread workers who is named Jinglebert, and so he will be. He's like, I wish to destroy Santa, and I wish to replace him with an analytically driven and properly controlled version that I can control. Think of the profits. And he's using Jinglebert as like his avatar, basically. So he's joining you through Jinglebert. He's telling him what to do through
a giant man.
No.
So he's a gingerbread golem. Fantastic.
Love
Pretty
it.
much. Jinglebert himself clearly has a feelings and emotions and a personality, but he's not said a word. He's just kind of doing what Mr. Cratchit says. Oh, and so yeah, so he's a shooter in terms of mechanics.
Okay.
He's a shooter. He has a candy cane shotgun.
Nice. How does the list describe him?
The list describes... so I'm going to count it as playing Tiny Tim, not Jinglebert.
Yeah.
Which he's described as cunning. He's number 4 on the naughty list. He's pretty naughty. And his motivation is he wishes to stage a corporate re-evaluation of Christmas.
Oh my god. So, what... So when you say you're number 4 on the naughty list, is that your stat?
Yes, isn't that right? That you're like... I
Yep,
forget
so
the number,
your
yeah.
So for listeners, the way this works is you choose a number between 2 and 5. A high number means you are better at naughty things. Great way of saying it. And a low number means you're better at nice things. So when you roll, if you're doing something naughty, you want to roll... Hold on, maths. Below. Yes, you want to roll below your number. If you're doing something nice, you want to roll something above your number. So if you're balanced more in one direction or another, it means you're specialised, but you're less likely to be able to succeed at something that you're not specialised in, basically.
Yeah, so Mr. Cratchit is better at evil stuff.
Evil.
Basically, on the other end of like the iPad, kind of picture like Emperor Palpatine. It's kind of what I got in my head.
That was in
Yeah.
my brain.
Oh, fabulous.
Nice.
Right, who is with me on
who's
this
next?
mission?
I'll go next. So, before you see quite a small woman, about, I'm going to say, 5'5".
Small woman. Small woman,
Yeah.
he says. 5'5", small woman.
Yeah.
So
that's
small.
Yeah, that's small.
Perfectly average. Slightly tall.
Oh, hon, you're below average height.
I am the average height for a 14-year-old.
Okay.
Do you shout that at cyclists as they go past, just out of interest? I'm the average height of a 14-year-old.
Huh? Right.
Right.
She does.
Purple coat, white goggles, very, very sensible shoes. They are the most sensible boots you could potentially have, and a reinforced bobble hat. And before you is Mindy Braithwaite.
Mindy Braithwaite.
Mindy Braithwaite, 149 confirmed PTA meetings.
Oh my god.
Quiche and capoeira has varying liqueurs put around them. They are old food scientist to try and make the most perfect liqueur for good chocolates inc.
You're trying to steal Santa's recipes. You're like... frickin-
yes. Doesn't understand why everybody throws away the coconut one. They'd worked for years to make the essence of the coconut flavour, but is now angry that nobody likes the coconut one. So, and clearly, Santa has some sort of dangerous...
Vendetta.
dangerous vendetta against the coconut, and she will bring it back. Mindy Braithwaite reporting for duty. Oh yes, and she also has, I've just put electric bunting, and I'll work out what that means later.
Awesome. What is her adjective?
She is very merry.
Very merry. And what is her number?
I've got down here 3.
Ooh, right in the middle.
Yeah, she has a nasty streak to her.
Ooh.
Yes.
You know, it says choose an adjective from
No,
the
it's
list.
choose how the
Is
list
it just
describes
those
your
4?
character, how the naughty or nice list describes your character.
Sorry, I've entirely...
So it
what
can be
was,
anything.
Oh,
Tim
gotcha.
Cratchit
Thank
/ Jinglebert's word?
Cunning.
it was cunning.
What was your number?
Cunning.
Not that I need to know that bit, but...
4.
Number
knowing
4
these
on
things.
the naughty list. My
Alright,
corporate
who's next?
spies tell me I'm at 4.
4 on the naughty list. Who's next?
So, my character is called Katerina, and she is a middle-aged white woman, anywhere from sort of 45 to 55-ish. Very small, sort of 5'3", wiry built, looks quite strong, permanently frowning, and she has a vendetta against Santa, which is obvious because she's here. And I'm not quite sure on her role, but I think I'm going to go for driver because she works in a very large warehouse for the largest shipping company in the world that everybody hates.
Scrooge Core, you mean?
Yes,
Oh,
because they
fantastic.
don't pay very well. It's the reputation. And so
Yeah, it's
she's
called
probably a
the
forklift
Congo
driver.
Rainforest, isn't it?
In it's named after a popular rainforest, which I shall not name.
It's called Rainforest.
She works for the Nile Corporation.
And
Ooh.
yeah, so she's a little bit done with everything. So she's definitely more towards the naughty end of the naughty list, I would say. I think she's a 4 as well. And yeah, she's
Moody truck driver.
yeah.
What's her adjective?
Her adjective is going to be...
Done.
Yeah, can it be done?
Yep, it can be done.
It can be done.
It shall be done. Make it so.
Jacob.
Okay, I'm not sure if this actually works in context, because my first pick for a character is the Reverend Archibald Middleton.
Yes.
Yes.
Mild-mannered priest from the Cotswolds, and I'll be honest, I think I got on the wrong flight. That said, he does have certain certain questions he would like to present to the revered St. Nicholas. Some very pointed questions he'd like to present, and honestly, this seems like it's good sermon material for next year, so he's along for the ride. His adjective is mild.
Oh my god! Oh, this is adorable.
I love him.
And he is he's got the kind of I can't remember what the monk haircut is.
Yeah, I'm already seeing that.
Tonsure.
You didn't even need to say that.
Tonsure, yeah. So he's got a tonsure. Not by choice. He does have a comb over. It is buried under lots of very responsible winter wear.
Of course.
There are clerical vestments on underneath all the. No. He has a big winter coat, but it's got a dog collar on it.
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
And yes, he has. Apart from that, he has a copy of the. He's got a copy of the Book of Common Prayer. He's got a hip flask with some blessed whiskey in it, and
Has he got
very
like
red nose.
the Rough Guide to Finland or something like that he picked up at the airport?
Very much. Yes.
101 things you must see before you leave.
Pretty much. He was intending to go to visit family or something, but has gotten waylaid somehow.
He meant to
Nice.
go to Rovaniemi to meet up with his nieces and nephews in Santa's village, but he went to the wrong Santa's village.
Yeah,
And
and
now
he
here he is.
got to the wrong gates. Yada yada. One thing led to another, and he hasn't wanted to cause a fuss.
There was just a big guy holding up a placard that said the Reverend, and he assumed that was for him. Meanwhile,
Tim Cratchit's, just like, are you the witch hunter that I ordered?
some hulking hitman is now sitting on Santa's lap, surrounded by nibblings, going, I don't understand, but I would like a new Glock for Christmas.
Yes, yeah. His role, of course, is priest. Lord knows how that's going to pan out. And his number is 2.
2.
Nice.
He's a good boy. Okay, and last but the opposite of least, Helen.
So rounding up this motley crew of a 6-foot-tall gingerbread man, a 5'5" woman, a 5'3" woman, and a very lost priest is a literal reindeer.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're playing a reindeer. I love it.
Yeah, you are.
Not just any reindeer, but Rolo the round-nosed reindeer.
Yes.
Rolo is like all of the reindeer at Santa's laboratory, somewhat anthropomorphized and can speak,
Good.
because otherwise this would be a very difficult game.
Just going
Yeah.
the whole time.
Don't think that makes great listening. Now, Rolo's word, an adjective, is vengeful.
Oh my
because
goodness
Rolo
gracious.
was meant to be part of the elite. He'd been born for it, he'd been raised for it, he spent his whole life training, but no, wasn't enough of a jock. Got into computers. And people just couldn't handle it. And then the fog came, and who do they pick? No, not Rolo. Not Rolo, with all of his training, with his level 7 certificates. No, bloody Rudolph. All it takes is a glowing nose these days.
Join me, Rolo. In my takeover of Christmas, you shall ride at the front of the sleigh.
So take your place at the head of the procession.
Come to Scrooge Court, Rolo.
Oh
You
my
will
god.
be very successful.
And his
Oh no! What is his role?
he is a hacker.
He's a hacker.
Oh
that's
my
amazing.
god, he's literally a hacker. I love
Please
it.
tell me he has GPS on his antlers.
Of course
He has
he
a little
does.
GPS thing between them.
Can
He has an Apple Watch.
pinpoint you to a quarter of a mile.
Well, that's how we found
That's
our
how
way
we
here.
found our
then.
way here.
You've been the inside.
Yeah, you're the
inside
man on
voice.
the inside.
And His number is 5.
Ooh,
Wow, you're eviler than
very
me.
naughty. On the naughty list, your name is in red. There's like an
He
alert next to
crashed the
your name.
entire place and destroyed almost a year's worth of work when he found out that he wasn't going to be Santa flew off and he just was just like, how dare you, and just destroyed the entire workshop to such an extent. And he's been on the run ever since until he
Dancer
decided
never
to come
recovered.
back with this motley crew to take down Santa and take his rightful place at the front of the sleigh.
Does
Wow.
he have any kind of distinguishing markings that would make him
He has a
obvious
very round nose.
apart from his round nose.
I mean,
Yeah, do you mean
So
like
if
could
the
he
elves
pass as
saw
another
him, they
reindeer?
might know who he was quite fast.
he has an unusually round nose for a caribou. Like a shockingly large and round. It's just a perfect circle.
I've never seen such perfection.
It's entrancing. So
I need to get you down for year 5. They love you.
So you guys gotta make 2 decisions. You get to choose an advantage that you as a group have and a problem you face. So the options are an elf on the inside, you've hacked the list, you have a milk and cookie trap, a sack of gear, or stolen presents. Or you can think of anything random you like as well, but those are some very good examples.
I mean, I kind of like Elf on the inside. I feel like Rollo would have the
Feel like
ability
a
to
Rolo
do that.
sympathiser.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it has the most opportunity for fun shenanigans and RP as well.
And we do love shenanigans.
May I be so bold
Yeah.
as to decide which elf it is? I swear you'll like it.
Yeah,
Of course.
that is
It's
fine.
Carol from HR.
Yes!
That's
Yes!
humanoid resources, because we're not all humans.
Yeah, I was
here.
about to say, shouldn't it be ER?
Because the Finnish mercenaries are humans. We're all humanoid here. The reindeer resources are separate.
But they were never fair.
Jinglebert's gonna
okay.
speak up as if to be like, and the gingerbread men are real, and quiet, Jinglebert.
You're so humanoid. And then you pick a problem you face, such as frozen weather. I feel like that's irrelevant because you're going to be inside once you get in. Ninja elves on the list. He knows the plan. Presents, what you always wanted. Christmas backup. Santa has an ally, like Krampus or the Yule lads.
Ooh. Wait, we get to choose.
I feel like it could be
adversary.
quite
You
funny
get
if
to
you...
choose. So you get to choose a problem.
Why is what you always wanted as a present a problem?
It's a temptation.
Is it a temptation?
It's a temptation.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
what
they-
Rolo's always wanted was to just lead this sleigh. So
So here is the information that you have from Rolo and your elf on the inside. You know where the compound is. You have a vague idea of what it's like inside, but you know that it kind of changes quite a lot because it's magical. You know what his takeoff time is, so you know that after a certain time, it's too late to beat him up. You have to wait until next year again. And you know that it is guarded by Finnish mercenaries of the order Tontugarti, which means elf guards. I checked with my Finnish friend.
So I'm feeling either like the ones that stuck to me were ninja elves, or like I do kind of fancy the idea of like the Easter Bunny rocking up at some point.
Oh my
and being
God.
like, I shall save you, or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I quite like the idea of steering into like a really get a bit American Gods with this and have a really pagan version.
yeah, like I don't know,
Of
freaking
Santa.
Osiris is going to rock up later, or so you can choose as you feel, GM. But I kind of feel like something really having that like sort of Damocles hanging over the game could be quite funny. Like,
Okay.
Like Chernobog or something.
yeah,
Fucked up.
fucking-
Yeah. So, like, one of the complications that I pick/roll for is,
Baba Yaga.
we're not bringing her into it, is a,
Sorry, I just wanted to say Baba Yaga. Sorry,
not
I do
say it again.
apologise.
is, you will
sorry.
summon her, and then we will have to kill all of your past loves, Peter. Honestly.
Oh, you have to take Idris Elba with 2 hands. I'm sorry.
I can take him. I can't. So I might say that there are kind
It's
of visiting other holiday monarchs are visiting.
Ah.
yeah.
Okay, so you may or may not come across them
We shall
and
see.
or their flunkies. Okay, so I believe we are ready to start. We open in snowy Corventintori. You know where the entrance is, but you also know it's guarded. So you know that it's in the rock face, and you know where the secret button is. And because of Carol, you have the code. But how are you going to get past the guards? So, what do you do, basically?
Are we absolutely sure that this can't be, talked over? I find that generally a pastoral solution will leave everything in a much more amicable sense.
I'm going to point at the gingerbread man with a shotgun and just say nothing.
Yeah, I'm not here for amicable.
I think perhaps if the priest wishes to talk, we should let him talk to the guards.
I don't reckon they'll listen to you, though.
And I have been, and I will hold up my quick guide to finish.
Sorry, I have one question. Has the reindeer always sounded like this?
Yes. This is the reindeer's voice.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Is this not how you expected a reindeer to sound?
No, to be honest, I had my headphones in the entire trip, but whatever, go on.
Hello.
Hello.
I just Mindy's going to hold up her hand now. Hello. Just a quick say. Rolo, can you fly?
Of course I can fly. What do you think I am, a non-flying reindeer? How dare you?
I don't have a response to that.
Good. Feel sorry about your own life decisions, purely human.
Oh.
I'm going to regret this voice in the next half hour.
You are. It's going to hurt.
Yes.
I think some of the less out-of-place members of the party, so perhaps the reindeer and the priest and maybe the gingerbread man, should walk up and try and bluff our way in while the Humies stay back. And if it goes to shit, then I think I will start firing my candy cane shotgun and storm the place.
I like that as a plan B.
A question: does Claus Corp take deliveries, like emergency deliveries, in the hours just before? Because we do literally have a delivery driver here with us.
That's true. Rollo, what do you know of the delivery schedule?
I mean, we're way out of the regular schedule, but I reckon these guards are too dumb to say anything otherwise.
All right. I've got an idea. I'm sorry. I have a plan. I think the flying reindeer should fly and find a delivery truck, which we can drive in and hide in the back.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
You lot can't do anything without me.
Scout
do you-
reindeer.
And maybe contact your friend in HR to authorize the delivery or something.
So, Rolo, you know that all deliveries to the workshop have to come. Basically, there's like a kind of Thunderbirds-esque area above the hangar that
Sick.
opens and closes, so they all basically
Sick.
come through there. And they're basically all done by secret flying machines. I had a lot of fun with this.
Magnificent.
They're not done by solo reindeer generally, and they're not brought in through the front gate.
Is there such thing as a delivery truck?
It would be very difficult to get a truck out here because you are very much off the beaten track.
Yeah, but is there an equivalent, or is it just the mysterious flying machine that...
A delivery snowmobile or something, like a heavy-duty snowmobile.
It would be like a small... I'm trying to think of a fun Christmassy name for like a Quinjet or like a helicopter or a candycopter. Or a...
Candycopter, that's now canon.
There's mistletoe is something that hangs up in the air.
I mean, the
Sorry, I've got a
weaponized
thing.
one's are missile toes, that's for
Well,
sure.
yeah.
Like-
Yeah,
That's the anti-air batteries.
yeah.
yeah,
I just had an abject reaction to that. I really like it, but at the same time,
really hate it.
I can feel every muscle in my body right now.
I know, right? So
yeah.
you know they normally come in by candycopter. And you also know that because of Rolo's distinctive nose, he is instantly recognisable.
Do we need to make a disguise?
It's like a nose hat.
How about we put a mask on the reindeer so nobody recognises them?
Or how about, I'm not sure if this will work, but we said there were lots of visiting dignitaries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to pretend to be like the Prime Minister of Finland or something?
That also works. I was going to suggest be members of the Cirque du Noël, a travelling nativity.
Oh.
We like one
my
like
God.
a freaking coupon day and we get to visit. I'm up for bluffing that. I think that'll be great fun. So before we bluff it though, who's going to take the lead in the bluff? Because I feel like we need someone who's going to start the talking. I feel it's your idea, so I feel
I was going to volunteer.
Yeah, I would
Yep.
think that sort of charisma skills would come under
I
nice.
reckon we should
Yeah.
just stab him with my antlers.
patience, my young reindeer.
Did you
patience.
sharpen your antlers?
They're like ready. Oh my god! I can't wait for you to fight someone, Rolo.
How many of your antlers are sharpened prosthetic replacements?
There's at least some metal in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Head knives.
They regrow every year.
We're genetically
he fights a lot.
mutated. That's how I can
It's
speak.
very good business for the surgeon.
He's got Wolverine antlers.
Come to my company, Rolo, and you shall have
got adamantium in them.
antlers.
He just flexes and little
if you
knives
think
stick
about
out
it-
the end of them.
That's
Then he
canon.
charges. Right,
Right,
If you think about it, reindeer are just nature's chandeliers.
so sure.
I love that.
Sure,
Right.
Peter. Okay, guys, what are you doing? Come on.
We're going to need a vehicle. We might need to... are we going to need an airborne assault to hijack a vehicle? Are we going to need an airborne assault to hijack a vehicle? I'm really excited about this.
Wait, I thought we were just gonna go in with the group at the front door.
You could just try the front door.
Or we can
I'm
try
just
the front
saying,
door.
I don't reckon no driver's good enough to be driving a candy copter.
Hey, I can drive anything.
They're powered by Christmas
I
spirit.
have no doubt, my driver, but we must find a vehicle inside. Go, balding head man. You young man. Go.
Whippersnapper.
Lead on, young man, and we shall follow.
Okay. So Archibald suddenly found himself leading this operation.
Hello.
That's a turn up for the books.
I mean, your options are the giant gingerbread man who wants to shoot things, the reindeer who wants to stab
Yes.
things, or the two unimpressed 5-foot women who are just kind of like,
Yes,
why are we here?
We are going to... But the point being that we're going to need... so if it's going to be a nativity, we're going to need disguises, especially
Wait,
for
wait.
the
I
reindeer.
thought we were a circus.
That's the one.
A circus that only does the nativity is just like, what?
A highly acrobatic version of the nativity.
Business slows up in July.
Oh my gosh. They're just like lobbing the baby Jesus. And they like dunk him into the manger for a
It's juggling.
3-pointer.
You've never seen a nativity until you've seen them juggling the frankincense, gold, myrrh, and the baby Jesus.
Right.
Until
Shall-
you've seen Mary give birth while on a live wire.
Absolutely.
I just feel I think we should push on ahead so we can
Yes.
start actually doing stuff.
If we're going to get through the front door, we are going to need to hide, I'll point to the nose, since that's apparently such a big deal.
Just because you have no distinctive features.
Oh, I have a spare bobble hat. And Mindy's just going to reach into her bag and pull out another bobble hat, which is probably a bit small, and she just left in the bag that she was carrying.
What colour is it?
And she's just going to... green. And she's going to
Green.
stick it on the particularly
Green.
round
Ugh.
nose.
Put it over his snoot like a muzzle.
Yeah, well, just over the nose. It doesn't quite fit over the mouth. It's balanced upwards like a strange unicorn.
I think it's about
is
now, as you
ridiculous.
stand arguing in the snow, trying to wrestle a bobble hat onto an angry reindeer, that you hear voices shouting, "Hey, Sina Olet!" Which
They want to know why we're
Bring out
here.
your travelling guide.
Which Reverend Archibald Middleton, you from your basic Finnish that you've checked, means, "Hey, who are you?"
Hang on, I'm just googling basic Finnish phrases
No,
for me
we're
to
not.
mangle.
We're not having a Finnish
Oh,
conversation.
No, we're not.
What stupid thing would you like to say?
I'm just going to say, first off, who's approaching us?
So you see two guards. They are about average height. You can't see much of their faces because they're wearing full snow gear, Arctic camouflage. But they have little sort of... I'm trying to think what the right word is. Like, markers of what army you're in on their shoulders.
insignia.
Yeah, insignias, that was the right word. That's like a Christmas wreath.
Rolo sticks his nose in the snow. Just like shoves his face in, like snoot first.
And they are pointing candy cane rifles at you.
Oh.
I will raise my hands and say, and in very awkward Finnish, attempt to say something to the effect of, "Oh, hello there. We've got a bit lost. We were looking for the main entrance. We're from the Cirque de Noël, and we're here for the night's entertainment."
Okay, make me a nice roll. So, you roll 1d6 to see how it goes. And then if you're prepared, you get another one, and if you're an expert, you get another. But I feel like you're neither prepared nor an expert.
I would say that he is prepared, because we have been discussing for the last 5 minutes about dressing up a reindeer to be the Cirque de Noël. Like, we have got that as a plan.
Blagging.
Okay, I'll give you prepared, so 2d6. And
Okay.
if either of them rolls words...
Above, I need to get a 2 up, basically,
Yeah,
on just one
so
of them.
I'll be shocked if you fail.
I rolled a 2 and a 1, so just.
Oh, you got a 2, which means you get a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean?
If you roll your number, then you get a special insight into what's going on. Ask the GM a question, and they'll answer honestly. So what would you like to know?
I would like to find out, not right now, but I would like, while we're being led up to the place or something like that, for us to learn the quickest way to get from, like, the guest area to the warehouse area, like a back route.
Okay,
So we won't be spotted.
let me check my little map. So what's going to happen now is they believe you, of course, because you
Yep.
succeeded. So they go, "Oh, English. You speak English?"
Oh, yes. How could you tell?
Your Finnish was very bad. I can't do a Finnish accent, by the way. It just doesn't work, so I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
Your Finnish was very bad. You are here for the feast.
Yes.
Come on then. Come with us. Come with
Thank you,
us.
Mr. Contributors.
I
Thank you.
know
Thank you
we'll
very
show
much.
you the way. So
Excellent.
Aino, these two guards, they introduce themselves as Aino and Etu. They are introduced themselves as two guards from the Tontukarti, an ancient order of Santa guards.
Indeed.
And they lead you to this blank wall of stone. And Aino presses one of the stones, and a little pad comes out with little numbers on it. And she quickly types in some numbers, and the rock starts to move.
I'd like to roll to see what those numbers are. I want that knowledge.
Ooh, that's good
Okay.
call.
I would say that's naughty.
Yep, I would agree.
So you need to roll below 4.
Need to roll
No,
below
Do you?
4.
Yes.
Yep, I don't think I'm prepared, and I don't think I'm an expert. He's gonna be like Jinglebird, camera down.
Jinglebird, zoom and enhance.
Enhance. Right, I'm rolling. I rolled a 2.
Ooh, yay! Okay, you see what those numbers are, and they are... I think it's some Christmassy numbers.
Are there Christmassy numbers?
Not really!
St. Nicholas's canonization.
Well, St. Nicholas's Day is my birthday, so yeah, there's 0612, which is St. Nicholas's Day, my birthday, and Finnish Independence Day.
Oh, that's perfect.
So that's
No?
Yeah,
Kidding.
0612.
I will write
Finland was
so
attacked by massive aliens.
in
Sorry.
safely in his house in Notting Hill, in his mansion. Tim Cratchit is going to gesture to one of his great granddaughters to write that down.
What's his great-granddaughter called?
She's called Nina Cratchit. She runs an artisan bakery in Notting Hill. She's not really very interested in the family business. She's just around.
She's just like, yes, Grandad, you have your projects.
It's her turn. There's like 50 great-great-grandchildren at this point. It's like she's right. What were the numbers again? Sorry.
0612.
0612.
6,
While all
cool.
this is happening, I am engaging them in vacuous but charming patter.
Mindy Braithwaite is going to try and scope out the area. And to help me with it, I will take out one of my liqueurs, which is a special carrot liqueur, which helps you see in the dark.
Oh
Hey.
my god.
It is foul.
Jacob, did you roll a 1 and a 2?
Yes.
So if you roll 1 success, you barely manage it. So I
With
can
a
inflict a
complication.
complication. Okay, let me think.
Which also applies to Matt, I think.
Oh yeah, you only rolled 1 success. True. Okay, I'll have to think what Matt's complication is.
We can kind of defer it. Maybe it's just simply that Aino's a little bit suspicious of this fucking
Yeah, I
GoPro
think
wearing
Aino
gingerbread
catches
man.
you and she goes, "Hey, don't look at the code.
Oh.
Who did you say you were again?"
With the Cirque du Noël.
Yes, that's the one.
Cirque
Yeah,
de Noël,
Cirque.
Cirque de Noël. I think
We're very exclusive. We're very exclusive.
as you say this, the door starts to open, the rock moves away, and suddenly you are hit with a wave of warmth and light as you look into what can only be described as Santa's subconscious. The walls and floor are candy cane striped. There is holly and ivy everywhere. There is tinsel hanging from the walls and looping across the ceiling. Enormous strings of fairy lights light up the entire scene before you.
Oh,
And what you see?
this is awful. Sorry.
I know. What you see is a hall leading on into the distance with lots of twists and turns and different forks coming off of it, and a desk behind which is sitting a very bored-looking Finnish man who looks up at his comrades and says in Finnish, "Who's this?" And Etsu says, Alexi, these are guests. They are the Cirque du Noël. They are here to entertain.
Jinglebert kind of does jazz hands on the word entertain.
Yes, we love
Min-
to entertain.
Mindy starts doing squats.
Aino is still viewing you all suspiciously, and she says, "We are bored out here. We have not been invited to the feast because we are on duty. Perhaps such famous performers of Christmas delights could give us a little show before you go in."
Oh yeah, watch this.
I will preemptively put a hand on Rolo's, back, withers, whatever, at the shoulders, and be like, Mindy, I think you were going to say something.
Yes, Mindy is going to take out one of her liqueurs, which is Red Bull, and shot it, and using the pure adrenaline that is now seeping through her system, is just going to start doing backflips.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll... It's performance, so I'm going to say it's nice. So roll nice, and I'll give you 2 because you prepared for it by drinking a Red Bull liqueur.
No, these are like chocolate liqueurs. These are.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, it's this one. Okay,
Peter,
hang on.
take
I'm
the
rolling.
advantage I'm giving you.
I know. I'm just trying to
I understand.
don't
It was a
understand
Red
anything.
Bull infused chocolate. I understand the concept.
No, it's called the Red Bull. It's mainly
I
like
how
it's
you're
mainly like
arguing
bullet
about
ant
your
venom.
chocolate brand that you've made up for Mindy.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 6.
So you got 1 success.
With a complication.
With a complication, okay. Oh, what can this complication be? I think you hurt yourself.
So I think Mindy, after taking the liqueur, just starts vibrating gently as a mixture of varying energy drinks, bullet ant venom, and pure bull adrenaline starts seeping into her system. At which point she just starts jumping up and just sort of through and just trying to do. Oh, I know, she hasn't quite adjusted for the fact she's wearing a backpack and 20 pounds of gear. It's just gonna fall flat on her ass the first time and just really knock her head, and then just through just adrenaline is then just gonna take the backpack off and keep going, but is probably quite hurt.
Cratchit's just going to go pathetic.
I think you get a sort of confused clap from the 3 guards.
So this is the clown, yes?
This is clown. She is clown.
Rolo is going to shake off Reverend Archibald's hand that's sort of holding him back and paws at the ground a few times and says, "You wanna show?"
Oh dear.
And flexes, and little knives pop out of the top of his antlers.
Okay, if I'm clocking that, can I quickly roll whatever the equivalent of perception is? I want to see, specifically, have they got, any, interior skidoos or, a vehicle of some kind?
I was literally about to cover this.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to make you roll for this, but I'm going to put that on pause because he just flexed knives. So
Yeah,
I'm going to need
happen.
some kind of... It's going to be a nice check.
What? How is that nice?
Because you're trying to impress
No, he's very much trying to intimidate them
I don't
and is
think
planning
he
to
is.
stab
I
them.
think he's trying to threaten them.
Okay. What do you want to come from what you're doing right now? What do you want the end game to be from your actions in this moment?
They all die.
Oh, okay. In which case, I'm gonna have you roll naughty.
Yeah.
And I think I'll give you 2 dice for this. I'm a very lenient GM, and it's Christmas.
I am vengeful.
Yeah. Okay, give me 2 dice for naughty.
That is a 3 and a 4, which is 2 successes.
Yeah, okay. Do you actually want to kill them all?
He's just full of rage.
So they are clapping cheerfully, and then suddenly...
I think some part of his plan originally was that he was going to, like, charge towards him and then fly up, and then he starts getting closer and has the momentum and was like, screw it! They never let me fly, so I'm not going to fly now!
These knives come out of your antlers, Wolverine style, and suddenly they're all on the alert, but it's too late, because you are charging through them. Do you want to describe it? Do you want me to do it?
In context, that's the most terrifying sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, he, hooves down, head down, starts charging towards them. He's like, I'm going to fly away, I'm just going to intimidate them. And then I think out of the corner of his eye on the wall, he sees a reindeer employee of the month. And on there is his cousin, Randall, the rather rotund reindeer.
You've got to warn me before you do that. I nearly did a spit take.
Randall the Rotund.
And he's just like,
Reindeer.
even Randall! And head down, and he goes with hooves out antler, and he grabs, like, basically tries to get as many of them within his antlers as possible. I think he probably manages to get 2 of them. I can't imagine he can get 3 large
Finnish mercenaries.
So I think he probably managed to get about 2 of them, and he just keeps running until he hits a wall with their bodies.
I think you get Aino and Ertu, and they are impaled on your antlers. They are just up in there. There is blood everywhere. It just blends in with the candy cane decor. And as you do this, the hat flies off your snoot. And Alexei, who has jumped up into defensive position. Every time I say Alexei, my phone thinks I'm saying kiss me.
Why does your phone have a command for that?
It's not meant to! It's a weird phone.
I think your phone has a crush on you, mate. Like...
Yeah, it does. I mean, who doesn't, Matt? At this point. Yeah, Alexei, who has jumped up into defensive position. It's going to be hell to cut together. He looks at you.
Staying in.
Yeah, and he recognises you and he goes, oh, Rolo!
That's right, Alexei. I'm back, bitch.
Demon dear. And he's going to reach for his walkie-talkie.
I mean, I'm definitely going to level my candy cane shotgun if anyone else isn't going to get there first.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take out the knife.
Okay, give me a... because Matt said it first. Matt, give me a naughty roll.
I mean, I'm happy for us to do it at the same time. If, like, me and Katarina kind of both together see the moment, we can kind of both have a go.
Well, you can help each other as well, if you like.
Yeah, let's do this.
So, one of you, if you want to help someone, then you say how you try to help, and you make a roll, and if you succeed, you give them an extra d6.
I mean, can we help each other simultaneously? Go back to back?
I feel like, okay, so the way I'm going to help you, I think you can get, like, a throw of the knife. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inadvertently distract Alexei, so he's going to, like, be going for his gun. Then Mr. Cratchit's going to yell at the top of his voice through, like, the freaking audio recorder. He's like, Jinglebat, kill him! Where is he? Move the camera, Jinglebat! Jinglebat, I can't see anything! Which hopefully will draw his attention away from Katarina, who's then going to get a clear strike.
Okay. I'll allow that.
Okay.
So, Katarina, give me 2d6 for naughty.
Hell yes. I'm very naughty.
Very naughty lady today.
That was a 3 and a 6.
Oh,
How does
so that
this
is
work
one
again?
success.
That is one success, yes.
So you barely manage it. So there's a complication, harm, or cost. So I think...
No, wait. If you're being naughty, you have to roll under your number.
Your number is 4.
Yeah,
And you
so I
got a
rolled
3 and
about
a
twice,
6.
no? Oh, shit, yes, can't do math, sorry.
Here at Direcast, none of us do maths very well.
It's the knock-on effect of you awaken. We've just expelled maths completely, yeah. We've never brought it back again after that. That was your fault, Luki.
Okay, so this is a barely managed success. So I think what happens is you get him before he fully gets out a message, but he manages to press down on his walkie-talkie and go, Holitus, which is alert. But then, knife straight through the throat. Pinned to the wall.
Good. Ha ha ha.
That was an excellent shot.
You hear on the other end of the walkie-talkie, Alexei?
I'm going to head over to the walkie-talkie, and in my best soothing pastoral voice, with my quick guide to finish, I'm just going to say,
reactor leak, really dangerous, had to shut it down. We're all fine here. How are you? Sorry.
pretty much. I'm going to attempt to say, false alarm, I saw a snow fox. It's fine.
I need you to give me a nice check, and it's definitely going to be 1 die. Because you're not good enough at finish to pull this off.
That's fair, even if I am prepared, yes.
Yeah.
Do I get expert, because de-escalation is a key part of a vicar's training?
No.
And I'm a very mild-mannered person.
Oh, okay, because it's Christmas.
Yay!
This is my Christmas present to you.
Kind of benevolent.
That's a 4. That's 1 success, so barely managed it.
So I think the success... Ooh. So I didn't think of the success and the complication. So you barely manage it. I think you kind of confuse them into thinking there's nothing going on. But they therefore think that Alexei is having a bit of a nervous breakdown. And so they're going to send someone to check on him. But they're not sending a strike force. They're just sending, like... I want to say Jeff, but that's not a Finnish name. Hold on, what have I got? They're going to send...
Jeff.
They're going to send Jona. They're going to send Jona.
I'm going to look up from the walkie-talkie and go, that bought us a little time, but do we want to do something about this, looking at the carnage, or do we just want to go?
Maybe just put lots of tinsel on it or something.
So GM, I was asking about vehicles earlier?
Yes. So, I don't even want to make you check for this, because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
So, in, like, warehouses, in the last season of Stranger Things,
No,
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
they had, like, that little buggy that they drove around on in the, like,
Or like a golf
underground
cart.
bunker that was
Yeah.
unbelievably slow.
Yes.
So there are those, but they're shaped like sleighs.
Like a golf cart.
Yeah, it's like it's like a little slow golf cart that's meant to, like, carry people and things around a big underground compound, and it's shaped and decorated like a sleigh.
Driver,
Oh, I
would you
fucking
drive
hate
one
that
of
thing.
those?
Yes, of course I can drive it. It just looks disgusting. Alright, everyone in.
All aboard.
So,
You make everything sound so sinister.
Mindy is still vibrating slightly, so we'll sort of bounce over to it.
so you
Could
all
I-
pile into this
Hang on,
tiny
before
little
I
thing.
pile in, could I quickly pat down... I'd like to remove one of the mercenaries from Rollo's antlers.
Yeah, Rolo is trying to, like,
And,
shake
like,
them
pat-
off. Like,
Oh.
ugh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
He's, like, desperately trying to...
Jinglebird, help him. And can I
Yes,
pluck them off, and can
master.
I, like, pat one of them down for, like, anything useful? I'm not that interested in, like weapons. I've got my own shotgun. Like, grenades, or, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, ID, passes, radios, that kind of thing.
So they very obviously have their candy cane... I said rifles, didn't I? Yeah,
Yeah.
candy cane rifles.
Anybody
yes.
need a gun?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like, chuck them to yous.
Thank you.
Rolo tries to catch it, does not catch it, does not have hands.
They don't seem to have obvious IDs. Do you want to make me a naughty check to see... Oh, wait, no, observation is nice. So a nice check to see if you can find anything else useful on them.
Yep. I've rolled a 6.
Hold
So
on.
you
I
failed.
can't remember how numbers work.
No, because
No,
nice
no.
is
Roll
rolling
over
over.
your number for
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
and
yes.
I'm
Have
on
I'm
naughty
doing this
4.
the right way
so-
round. I can't remember.
Yes, you've been doing this the right way round.
Don't at me, listeners. I am bad at maths. As long as we're consistent, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Consistently bad at maths.
I succeeded.
You succeeded. So you rolled one, didn't you? So, yes.
Yes,
one
one
die.
dice.
So the
Maths is
complication here
hard.
is that you immediately work out what their IDs are, but you can't steal them because they are tattoos.
Nice.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh yeah, they're a cult.
No, they're like an ancient order.
They're a cult.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a
a
cult.
cult.
But
That's
I
a
will
cult.
let you pick one, and I will have veto power on this, but do you want to
Yeah.
like come up with something that they have on them that you take?
Oh, absolutely. I would love for one of them to have like a little Christmas bauble, which is a grenade.
Yes, you can absolutely have that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Sharpie. We could just copy the number onto our arm or
and
something.
draw it on
They're
yourselves.
very complicated designs.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I
It's like
will
trying to copy a
take.
barcode.
Can I take push you for 2 baubles? And I'll tell you for why. Because I wish to maybe use one, but I'd like to keep another to study and perhaps replicate. All right, I'll keep one, and I'll try not to use it. How's that?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, fair. Right.
You know, I might find another one later. You never know.
All right, I'll hop into the golfmobile with my grenade.
It's the mini sleigh. I didn't come up with a name for them actually, but yeah. So we all hopping in.
Yep.
So who's
I
driving?
drive.
Katarina?
Obviously, I'm driving.
How fast does this thing go? Do I know how fast it goes?
Ooh, oh god. I have like a bad idea of how fast. I mean, like 5 miles an hour maybe?
I'm just going to trottle on next
I
to them.
walk.
Does that sound reasonable? Yeah. You could like pull it and it would go faster.
Yeah. I think, like, as they all cramble, like, go in, and Rollo, who knows exactly what they're like, is just, like, rolling his eyes and just like, ugh, tourists.
So, Katarina,
tourists.
I'm going to need you to make me a... Ooh, do we think that driving is naughty or nice?
Depends on how you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are you obeying the rules of the road?
And also, like, where are we going with
So
this?
here's the thing. At the moment, you're in one long corridor. Up ahead, there is a fork with some signs that you can't read quite yet. So I'm going to need you to make a check to see if you can get to that fork before Yona appears. And then when you get to the fork, if you get there before he does.
Since we're trying to escape the scene of a crime, I would contest that is naughty.
Yeah, that's naughty. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so make me... And I will give you 2 dice for it because you are a driver. Actually, I'll give you 3 because you're a driver. You're an
Thank you.
expert. I'm so
I
kind.
roll.
I'm so benevolent.
Benevolent.
You're such a benevolent. Okay, I rolled a 6, a 5, and a 2, so that is actually only 1 success.
Only 1 success.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not so good. Oh, I'm losing my accent.
All right, in which
Oh,
case,
no.
you make it to the sign, but you can hear footsteps coming from the left fork as you reach it. So you only have the choice to either fight whoever's coming or duck into the right fork and find somewhere to hide.
May I input a thing? We said earlier that my I got a Merry Christmas means that I know, like, a back route.
Yes.
Oh, good
I'd
idea.
like to cash that in here.
So you know somehow.
I think they just mentioned it in idle conversation.
Yeah, so you've come in at the entrance. I've got my little map here, but I'm not going to share it with you because spoilers. You come in at the entrance. Directly ahead of you is the headquarters, up a long corridor. To your left are the barracks. To your right are... the fork to your left are the barracks. In a room to your left is the research and R&D department. And
Yes.
to your right is the corridor full of the workrooms. The corridor!
Have you shared, Father, have you shared that with the group?
Yeah, so there's a corridor full of the workrooms.
I'm
And
not
if you...
your father.
And so the way to Santa's house is either you go right and then you go left through Elfland, or you go forward into headquarters through HR.
HR, clearly.
But
We have inside person, yeah?
the hangar, where the sleighs and the stables are also further to your right, as are all of the very exciting workrooms.
And so I think that I've picked up that there's, like, a back shortcut, like, staff-only kind of place.
Yes.
And they are disguised, but there's like, oh, we'll take you through the back room so you can get there quicker, was kind of what was said.
Yes.
And so I spotted, oh, that's what they were talking about, and I can just nip across and open a side door, and that will allow us to, like, circumvent an area, maybe?
So I think what it'll do is, it'll mean you can get to... so where are you heading? Are you heading for Elfland or HQ to get to Santa's house?
I would presume HQ.
Okay.
HQ.
So, in order to do that, I would say that the secret route, it keeps you off the main track, but it takes you through some of the workrooms.
Cool.
That's fine. I wish to see how they operate. Can this vehicle not go any faster, driver?
No, it can't, you fool.
Is it in gear? Have you put it in gear?
It's powered by Christmas cheer.
Oh,
that
fuck. This
explains
is
a
why
lot.
it's going slow. Yeah.
Right, I know exactly I know exactly what we need for this. At which point, I will take out another liqueur. This one will be just pure, unadulterated mincemeat. It's basically like someone took 12,000 mince pies and synthesized it into one small ball of Christmas, and I'm going to throw it in the engine.
You said mincemeat, and I immediately thought of like minced beef or like minced
Yeah,
meat.
that's where my brain
I
went
was
as well.
really concerned and disgusted at the fact that was going to be like, because in my head it was raw as well. It's like, clearly it's raw minced meat.
Yeah, you said raw, yeah.
But
I heard raw.
So for our non-English listeners, of which I'm sure we have at least half.
It's mince pies.
Yeah, we're talking about...
Those are somewhat
but
international.
we're talking about something that's only in Britain.
Aren't mince pies most
it's
Oh,
like
right.
a
other
mixture
countries?
they are not. It is a
Really?
mixture of
No.
fruit
Oh.
and
It's a
alcohol.
very British thing. As someone who has fielded bewildered customer after bewildered customer, they are a British thing.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of fruit, nuts, and alcohol that we put in a pie. They're kind of gross, but hey.
I will take this homeopathic mince pie liqueur and bung it in the engine and see if that gives us enough Christmas cheer.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. Give me
Hey.
a nice. Give me 2 dice on a nice roll.
How
Two
is
dice
this
on a
nice?
While
Because
you're
it's
doing that,
Christmas
I feel
cheer.
like
It's nice.
It's very not nice to the poor engine.
Tim Cratchit is doing his best to mansplain how to drive to you. And
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
What's your number?
3.
Okay, so that's a mixed success. So I think you shoot dramatically forward, and you shoot straight through this open door and into
Oh, no.
one of the workrooms without having a chance to check if the coast is clear. And I have devised 10 workrooms, and I'm going to roll for which one you end up in.
oh wow.
Hey.
Rolo has been like trudging along next to them, like trying to like shake off any leftover gore and like entrails from his antlers, and then it just shoots forward, and he's like, "What? Hey!"
Oh, the golf cart shoots forward, not I shoot off it. Right,
Yeah.
I got that now.
No, yeah,
Right.
the golf
I
cart.
think it was like I
the
tried
whole
to go
thing
for the...
shoots forward. You're still there.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
That's good.
we got number 4, which is electronics. So you shoot into this room full of TVs, computers, gadgets, Game Boys, iPods, other things made of electricity. Lights. I ran out of words, guys.
You're doing great.
Is it empty? As in, like, are there any...
No, so it is the night before Christmas, so presumably most of the things have been done, are being packed up. So there's a scant crew at the moment because most of the elves are currently working out in the hangar getting the endless sack filled up. Yeah, I know what I said.
I'm fine.
You're fine, you're good. But there are some elves in here, and you shoot in here so fast. You avoid Yona, who's coming round the corner just as you disappear. But I think you shoot straight into a plasma TV. You just shoot into it. You knock it off its perch. It crashes loudly. And suddenly the room is full of squealing elves screaming, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Are you alright?
Alright.
What's happened?
Okay,
What's going on?"
at this point,
God,
I'm going to stand
please.
up and I'm going to, like, Jinglebert, you know what to do. He's going to stand up, he's going to fire his candy cane shotgun into the air. Like, just,
And I'm going to go, don't be afraid. That's what you're supposed to say in these times, right?
this is a radical corporate takeover.
I think Rolo
Run
is sticking his head
and
around the
hide.
door because he like wasn't on the crap, like, and they were just like, oh, they were, you know, as I've head after them, but he's hanging back and watching what's happening.
It's Rolo the Red-Nosed Reindeer! We're under attack!
Run, elves.
Well, in that case, he was prepared to gore, and seeing as he's been spotted,
Oh no, so they have started scattering and running. So there's a lot of clutter between you and them. There is a lot of electronic stuff. I'm imagining like beeping, like blinking lights and like LEDs and lots of exciting things.
Can I?
Warehouse
Sorry, it's a
store
little
type
late. Can I grab one of the elves?
Yeah, give me a naughty roll.
Roll to just grab hold of him by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, you did it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you get a little elf. He is your archetypal elf. He is tiny. He has rosy cheeks and a little button nose. He has a curl of brown hair poking out from underneath his little green hat. He has pointed shoes with little jingly bells on them and candy cane striped tights underneath a green tunic.
Thanks, I hate it.
what's his name? Do I know him?
Yeah, his name is... Let me look at my elf list. His name is Jolly.
Hey there, Jolly.
Whoa.
Long time no see.
I'll hold him a little bit closer to Rollo. I just be like, oh.
Rollo's still got, like, blood dripping down his antlers.
So many of my friends!
I'm sure there's absolutely no reason to panic. Now, what did you say this fine young boy's name was?
I'm
Rolo?
87 years old, sir!
You young
That
whippersnapper.
there is Jolly, and he's gonna behave himself, ain't you, Jolly?
I'm going to very deliberately stand between Rolo and the elf. And just say, now, all of this is very alarming to you, I'm sure. However, if you could be so kind as to direct us to where your boss is, where Santa is right now, we'll just be on our way. There's no need for any more unpleasantness.
If you do not tell us, I shall give you to the reindeer from hell.
Oh,
Please don't give me to
we'll
the
have
reindeer!
so much fun, won't we, Jolly?
Please don't give me to the reindeer, please!
Where is Santa Claus?
Santa's with all of his guests in the... And because you only rolled one success, he passes out.
I throw him over my shoulder with witless abandon.
As none of you thought to stop the other elves, they have all run screaming from the room, and suddenly alarms start blaring, but they are, of course,
Oh,
jingle bell
fuck.
alarms. Jing, jing,
Bother.
jing, 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 jing.
Oh,
Can
this
we
is
turn
painful.
that
We keep
off?
expecting the next verse to happen.
This is not pleasant. This is not pleasant.
This does not
Not
spark
really,
joy.
Again, not to say it does.
Is one of us hacker?
Yes.
Yes. Can someone please do something about that? It's very aggravating.
Ugh, you are so useless.
We're under
And,
attack, we're under attack, we're under attack, run for your lives.
Rolo is going to go over to, like, is there, like, a control panel or, like, anything that can be used?
Yeah, I mean, you're in the electronics room, so there's quite a lot of computers in here. Some of them are hooked into the Matrix.
So he goes to whichever one is hooked into the Matrix
Yep.
and lifts up one hoof, puts his mouth on it, and slowly pulls
No!
off
Oh,
No!
the outside of his hoof
No!
Yes.
and flexes little robot fingers.
Oh, cybernetic
Tim
reindeer
Cratchit
demon.
begins laughing. Like,
Oh.
I like this reindeer.
In the corner, Johnny wakes up for a second, sees that, and passes out again.
Oh, look, it's a Gloven hoof.
Oh.
I'm done.
Yeah, literally.
Yep. And begins typing into the mainframe, and I think the things we're trying to achieve is turn off the alarm and also possibly try and, like, lock the main door or lock the guards in somehow.
Okay, I mean, the guards are everywhere, so you can't lock all the doors. But, I will say you are an expert in this. So, I will say, yeah, I'll give you 3 dice for this, so roll me naughty.
Roll me naughties, roll.
Ah, that is a 5, a 4, and a 1. That's 3 successes.
What's your number?
5.
Ah, so you get a Merry Christmas as well.
The first thing he did when he entered was murder 3 people.
Yeah, so the alarm is off. Ding choo. That was the alarm turning off. So you've
Did
also
wonder if you'd broken.
Did you enjoy my little foley there? So you've got a critical success. So I think the extra effect is you've managed to get into the CCTV, and you also get a Merry Christmas, which means you get to ask me a question, and I have to answer honestly, whereas normally I would lie.
Oh no. Oh, what do I want to know?
There are some suggestions on the PDF.
There are. How do we get past the guards without murdering all of them? Because that's my go-to answer.
But it's so fun.
At the same time, are they just in conventional patrol?
Yeah, that's
because
the
they
point.
just this is the second time they have an alarm. No. Alarm? No.
And Rolo the Destroyer. So I think... Oh, there's got to be like a secret passage, hasn't there? You notice... I'm going to make it thematic. You notice while you're doing this that there's some electricity in this room that isn't accounted for. And I don't know how hacking works, guys. But this is, magical. So you follow it to the source and you find behind the fireplace that there is in every room a secret door to a secret tunnel that leads straight to the room with the list.
Right, Rolo is going to put his hooves back on
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Thank heavens for small mercies.
and be like, "There's a secret passage behind the fireplace. Off we go. Chop chop."
Excellent.
Oh,
Good.
perfect.
Fantastic.
Onwards.
And I'd like to commend you, Rollo, on your restraint in not painting the walls with blood.
Yet.
Yet.
Not yet.
Oh dear.
I love Rolo the murderous reindeer. Rolo the destroyer.
I didn't want my knives to get blunt.
Lead on Rolo, I think.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Right, so.
I will offer the good priest just a nice calming chocolate.
it's infused with lavender.
No, it's just a white chocolate. It's just quite boring, really.
Aw.
That's fair. I will chase it with a shot of holy whiskey.
Blessed whiskey.
Oh, that'll kill the demons. Well, wasn't that a merry, seasonally appropriate diversion, listeners? But what will happen next? Will Rollo kill again? Will Tiny Tim finally take over the workshop? And will our intrepid crew achieve their dream of beating up Santa? Tune in next week to find out. But until then, thank you for listening to Direcast. If you'd like to keep up to date with episodes and announcements, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Direcast, and on Instagram at DirecastPod, and subscribe to us on your favourite podcatcher. And hey, if you enjoyed listening to us, maybe consider giving us a rating or review, or sharing us with a friend. We'd really love that. Direcast is Luki Slinn, Matt George Lovett, Jacob Wall, Helen, Peter Wellman, and H Folkmans. Our logo and banner art are by H Folkmans. The Direcast theme and the punk Silent Night variation were composed and performed by Matt George Lovett. This episode was edited by Luki Slinn. This week we were playing The Fight Before Christmas by Paul Metijevic, a festive hack of Lasers and Feelings by John Harper. Links to both can be found in the episode description. And at least for this week, that's how the die are cast.